All right, clap on three. 1, 2, 3.
You were way off, Jordan.
Welcome, everyone, back to episode 10 of the BettorOff Premiercast. I'm Harry, joined with Jordan and Dan. We're here to break down match week 10 of the Premier League. But first and foremost, I have to apologize. I have to apologize profusely for Tottenham's performance that did kill our beloved three-leg away team parlay on Sunday.
Although my big three-team parlay came in, so
your big three did come in, but
same this week.
So what do we say? It's a big matchup against two struggling managers. We'll get to the lines, but I just want to know the managers. Who's gone first? Nuno?
Oh, if Man United lose this week, Solskjaer's gone. That's what I've read in the papers. I haven't even heard
for Conte.
I haven't even heard talk about Spurs getting rid of Santo. So
he's just not playing the football I want to see as a Spurs fan. But I digress. we need to get into the games because apparently Dan is on a time crunch this week.
Yep.
So another quick one. We have Jordan's team. They're starting us off at home on Saturday against Arsenal. Coming into the game favorites, plus 150. Arsenal's plus 185. Jordan, give us the rundown.
Leicester City have been looking good. And I know Dan was smack talking Johnny Evans last week, not being able to keep up with Tony, but easily the man of the match of the game. Tielemans is on fire, trying to get a contract with some other team.
Did you just give Evans man of the match over Tielemans?
So he's playing out of his socks. I'm just going to continue on through. That was pretty common. A lot of people gave Evans the man of the match over Tielemans.
Well, who are these many people? Because every report that was out was Tielemans.
Let's just take the official Leicester City broadcast.
The one that's not biased, you mean?
Well, why would they be more biased?
Why don't you take the Premier League or Sky Sports or one of the reputable?
Because they're not invested.
Precisely,
they don't know. They don't know about the team.
Not biased.
They play on the same team. How do you have more of a bias towards Evans than Tielemans?
How?
Anyways,
terrible.
Regardless, I'm a little shocked that Leicester City are favorites with this one. But they've been on form, and Daka is looking good. And Dan photoshopped an app thing real quick, so that's fine. I can give him my man of the match. We can have difference in it, whatever. So. But Arsenal have been looking good lately, and Lacazette is hitting form. He's scoring and I'm still going to back the boys in blue, so I'm going to pick them. But I think it'll be a close one. I would take the over, probably. What's the over at?
It's at 2.5.
Yeah, so at 2.5, I think that's one that could go. Yeah, so that's what I see for that game.
Dan, do you have an opposing opinion? It seemed like you did before we recorded.
Yeah, I don't know. This is one of those games that you could play this game 10 times and it's going to be 5 to Arsenal, 5 to Leicester. It can go either way. It depends which Arsenal team turn up. Is Vardy going to hit form again? I do think Leicester are playing better than Arsenal right now. Arsenal have hit what some would say is form, having not lost in the last 5 games. I just don't think they possess enough firepower still. They're still not 100% sure on Lacazette. Aubameyang still playing out wide, which I still don't ever understand. I wouldn't be surprised if this one was a draw.
Okay. See, that's my reasoning is I could very well see this game ending in a draw. So I like Leicester draw no bet at minus 120.
I like that.
A little bit more security. But along the lines of what Jordan said, I do like the over as well. Both teams have shown they could score this season. We've seen that sometimes Arsenal don't really care about defense. And they have Ben White back there.
Also wouldn't be surprised to see Daka play instead of Vardy.
Depends if he plays today. Leicester got a game against Brighton. So I'm
Yeah.
wondering if Vardy sits, I think Vardy will start on the weekend.
Be interesting to
But
see.
Yeah, Daka's
All
got
right.
5-2. Pretty insane. 5-3.
All right, moving on to a game that I don't understand why this line is so. I mean, it's a heavy favorite, but not as favorite as I thought. It's Chelsea traveling to Newcastle. Chelsea is minus 260, and Newcastle is plus 800. I, I still don't get where this. I mean, I would expect Chelsea to be at least minus 350 or 400 against Newcastle normally. Am I missing something here?
Yeah.
New ownership?
No, Chelsea just struggle at Newcastle. It just past results. I think uh, just from what I even remember, I don't think Chelsea have won there in 3-4 years. They've always struggled there, but again, I don't think Chelsea have a form that they've never had. Well, they haven't had since the Mourinho days. So I don't see this being a difficult one for them. I think Chelsea will win, but I think the reason why the odds are what they are is just they've always struggled at St James's Park. So that would be my only thought on that. But I think this is an easy Chelsea win.
And what do we think about the spread? Minus 1.25. So they got to win by 2 to win both.
I actually
to
don't.
win,
I
basically.
don't mind that either. I think they will win
Yeah.
there too.
What's the over on this one as well?
It's 2.5, 3. So
Mm.
split between those two. So you need 4 to win both, 3 to win and push.
Just so you know, Chelsea haven't won at Newcastle since December 3, 2011.
So they're due.
They're due for one.
Scary,
That's what I
scary
would
to think,
say.
though, isn't it? Like, that's
Yeah.
where the bookies make their money. Is people think, oh yeah, that's it, Chelsea, easy, and then they haven't won there in 10 years.
I don't know. Newcastle just put a lot of clothing restrictions on their supporters, so I don't know if they'll have the same passion.
Yeah, I still think this is I think this is an easy Chelsea victory.
All right. And hopefully going to another easy victory for our man Dan.
Yeah.
Liverpool at home, welcoming in Brighton. Liverpool is minus 400 after the absolute spanking they put on Ronaldo and Man United this past
And
weekend.
we owe them.
Is there anything to talk
We
about?
owe them. They beat us last time at Anfield in our last match there against them, so we owe them one. Have been known to be our bogey team. I think we lost the last one and tied the one before. But I think the way Salah's playing right now, I don't think
A man on
I
a
just
mission.
don't think anyone stops him. We won the last game without Matip, without Fabinho, and without Mane. So you took out 3 of the spine, and we still did pretty well. And that
How many goals does he
that
have
game
right
could
now?
have been a lot more if Liverpool hadn't just played possession. So
How many goals does Salah have right now? Is he at like 12, 15?
How many
Something crazy
How many
like
goals
that?
does he have?
Yeah.
He's got to be in double digits. 10. Yeah, he's at 10.
He's at 10 weeks in.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I did have a parlay for Salah to score and Ronaldo to score, and Ronaldo's got called for offside.
I had Salah and 3-0 Liverpool. So I was mad when we scored that fourth just before halftime. I was like, we need another one.
Well, the spread is 1.75. The over-under set at 3. I like the over-under. We know Brighton, I mean, they don't put up a lot of goals, but we know they can against top teams. But Liverpool's form, I could see them putting in 3 by themselves easily.
I don't touch that against, just with how Brighton can be. They'll park the bus and they're pretty good at it. I just like the Liverpool win, but I don't see us winning by that many. Let's put it this way: I was more confident on us beating Man United by 2 or 3 last week than I am Brighton.
All right. Moving on, we have Burnley against Brentford. A pretty dead even matchup, both at plus 175. Over under set at 2.25. Honestly, I haven't watched either of these teams enough to give a good opinion on them.
This is an odd one
Brentford.
because Burnley used to be so good at home. It was a place no one wanted to go to. Turf Moor. They haven't got a win yet this year in 9 games. Brentford have surprised everybody. I like the money on Brentford, the 1.75. That's the bet. If I was taking a bet on this game, that's the bet I'd be taking. I'd look at maybe the draw no bet Brentford.
Yeah,
Yep, that's at minus 110.
And Brentford, their past 2 games, I mean, ask anybody, they should have won either of them. I mean, they put up 17 shots against Chelsea. I think it was something ridiculous like that. Leicester, they honestly should have beaten. We scraped away with it. And they look good. Those last, they just know how to pressure throughout the whole game. And they control the first half and they press the second half. And honestly, I think, if they can put that up against, against the Chelseas, against the Leicesters, going at Burnley, I think they're due a win. So I'm gonna take the Brentford money on that.
Yeah, that's a fair point. They've had 2 really good games. Mendy played out of his mind for Chelsea when Brentford was there. And against a pretty big relegation candidate is Burnley, 175 is, I think, a good price for that. I'll take it. All right, moving on. We have some more parlay fodder. I know Dan loves throwing this team in there. We have Man City welcoming Crystal Palace. Man City's minus 600. Crystal Palace is plus 1550. Is there anything to say about this game? Man City's minus 2. I would probably take it. They're probably going to win, and I would only put this in a parlay.
Yeah, this is my final leg of the parlay. Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, plus 105. Lump on it.
You heard it here first. This is financial advice. Dan is asking you to take out a second mortgage on your house.
Yep. Yep. And then pay off your house with the winnings.
All right, that's a joke. I think I legally have to say.
I think so.
I think
as well.
I do.
I'm all
right.
well,
moving on. We got to go fast now. Dan's on a time crunch. Jordan's weird recording software is acting up. All right. Rapid fire. Watford hosting Southampton. Southampton plus 130. Watford plus 220.
Southampton.
Weird game. You think Southampton?
Mm-hmm. Last 8 times, I think it's like 7-1 Southampton in the last 8 times they've played. Southampton kind of have their number. Watford have taken a back seat over the last few weeks, apart from obviously Everton last week, who just Josh King wanted redemption.
Absolutely spanked on them.
I like Southampton in this one.
I'm gonna go with Watford on this one, and that's
because draw no bet.
Southampton are my relegation candidates still.
I don't know how.
Good to know. All right, and moving on to the dumpster fire, historically top 6 teams facing off at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We have Tottenham welcoming Man United. Man United's favorite at plus 135, Tottenham plus 195.
I hope both teams lose.
Somehow they're going to find a way. They're going to find a way to both be counted as a loss. And then who knows what's going to happen? Who knows?
So this is a match where Solskjaer now has to grow a set and has to start playing around with his team, playing Van der Beek, playing Sancho, dropping some people who shouldn't be playing, having some nuts and dropping Maguire, who's absolutely garbage, and giving some of the youngsters a chance, because at this point, he's just being run around by his players. And they obviously don't want to play for him. So if that's the way it is, then don't play him. Tottenham, I just don't know. Tottenham just aren't the same team as they were last year. Son's gone quiet. Kane's in a different kind of role. I don't like that role. I don't like Ndombele playing behind Kane either. I think that's a terrible spot for him to be in. He's dropped Ali, probably their most creative player behind Son. I don't understand what's going on there. The fact he doesn't play Doherty either, and he went and bought another right back after Doherty was his best player at Wolves. Something's
and
just not
Tanganga
right
in the beginning of the season was playing out of his mind.
Something's just not right there. I don't know what it is at Spurs, but it just doesn't look right. They don't seem to be enjoying the way they're playing. You can just tell they used to be smiling and it used to be fun. I never saw Son sad ever. And I don't think I've seen him smile. I don't think I've seen him smile this year.
That's true.
Do you think it's Levy? Do you think it's him? A trickle down from him?
I think it has to be on the ownership, because like you said, they have Doherty. Tanganga was playing unreal at the beginning of the season. They bring in Emerson Royal from Barca, I think. It seemed like they brought him in because they thought they needed to buy someone else, but he
They
just gets
also had
walked.
Sanch. They also had what's his name that played there, Aurier. You know, they had
Yep.
they had four right backs.
Well, Aurier, I'm glad he's gone. Let's just put it that
Me
way.
too. But I'm
He
saying
was a
like
detriment.
they had
Yeah.
four people, and out of all of them, he was the one that was playing. Like it just did it. Nothing made sense there. I think a lot of it has come down to Kane not leaving. And as silly as it is to say, I think a lot of people thought it was a positive that they kept him. But I think it's been a negative influence on the squad and the fact that players are respect Kane so much there that they are very disappointed that he was made a promise. The promise wasn't kept, and it's now being seen by the players. And if I was a player there, and I saw one of our best players who had been told he could leave, and then he didn't leave, and then he was in a strop about it, it trickles down the squad.
Yep.
And I think there's a lot of players now there that don't trust um, Daniel Levy, and they're like, okay, well, is this going to happen with me when I want to go? Like, what's going on? So I just don't think they're in a good spot right now.
Yeah. Never great. Never
Bring back
great.
Mourinho.
Bring back Poch.
No, it's funny because of all the teams that that Saudi Arabian group could have bought, they bought Newcastle. Spurs would have been one that really would have been a great setup for someone to buy. They've got the stadium. They've got a decent manager. They've got decent players. A few $100 million to that squad, they could be a real force. I just don't understand why someone would go in and buy Newcastle where they have basically got to start afresh with the
Yeah.
whole squad.
From what I've heard, it's that the owners they built the stadium and now it's their little baby and they wouldn't sell to anyone. But I don't know. Saudis bring a lot of
I don't
money.
know. 368 billion does a lot of talking.
Yeah. All right. So excited to see that trash can of a game to finish up Saturday. Got to finish these last two out for Dan, or last three.
Oh,
Norwich
I'm
welcoming
taking
Leeds.
Tottenham no draw.
Yep, I'm with you there. All right. Leeds traveling to Norwich. Leeds plus 110. Norwich plus 250.
Leeds.
Leeds.
This is their win that they need. That they've been close the last few games, and I don't see them. I don't see them losing this game. They've just
Yeah.
got too much.
I think, and then moving on Sunday, a game that I'm actually really excited for: West Ham traveling to Aston Villa.
West Ham.
I like West Ham here at plus 155, but Aston Villa is plus 175.
Yeah, West Ham.
I think it's going to be an energetic game, but I think West Ham bring it out.
West Ham draw no bet.
All right, minus 120 for that. And the final game of the week, we have Wolves at home plus 125, welcoming in Everton plus 245. I think Wolves have.
I think this will be a good
I think
game.
they've started to turn it around. It's going to be a good game, but 125 on Wolves. That's where my money will be going. It's enough value for me.
What's the odds on Everton?
Plus 245.
I like Everton at that price.
Okay.
Plus 245.
Yeah. I think they had a shock week last week. They'll be looking to bounce back. I think Wolves have scraped through some of the results the last few weeks. And I think Calvert-Lewin's back this week, maybe. That'll be a huge plus for them. And I also think there's someone else back. I can't remember who it is. But if Calvert-Lewin's back, yeah, I think it'll be a pretty easy one for them. If he's not back, I may go for the tie.
All right. Well, that wraps up the games for this upcoming weekend. But we're going to try something new this week. We are going to give some picks. I know Dan already gave his parlay, but we want to get you guys involved. We are going to be making a 4-legged parlay. Each of us is picking one. Ooh. You guys will be choosing the fourth. Go on to our Twitter. We'll be posting about it at BettorOff Sports. If you correctly choose, if you add a fourth leg and it ends up winning, you are entered to win. Jordan, right? Is that how it works?
Are we looking for are we trying to pick dead cert wins, or are we looking to get the odds up for them?
That's up to you.
It's up
But
to
do you
us,
want
you
do
know.
you want to be the one that ruins the parlay like I did last week? He doesn't know. All right, Jordan, do you want to add your first pick? Start us off good.
Leicester.
Yeah. We are going with
Jordan's going to lose
Leicester
the parlay.
City.
Jordan's going to
We
lose
are
the
going-
parlay by
No.
6:30 a.m.
No. So we're not going to do Leicester City. I did really want to, but I'm actually going to take Manchester United beating Tottenham.
Oh my God! Starting at plus one,
What?
plus 190 or plus 135.
Man U beating Tottenham.
All right, Dan.
Dan's either in disbelief or frozen.
One of the two.
He's still
I
slightly
think he's
moving.
frozen.
I
Is he
just
slightly moving? Damn, that was good.
I could see him moving a little bit.
I thought so too, but I thought it was like his camera trying to catch up. All right, Dan, give us the second leg.
If we're going for, I guess we're going for outsiders. I'm going to pick Leeds.
Okay. All right. My pick, I'm going to try to play it a little safer for everyone. I'll take Man City first half at minus 175.
All
Man
right.
City win the first half at minus 175.
Oh, okay. So we're doing first halves and second half things now as well.
Man United at plus 135 and Leeds plus 110. Add in your fourth pick on Twitter. Yeah, and if it wins, you'll be entered to win, and hopefully one of us doesn't ruin it for you.
Well, I feel sorry for the person because it's going to be over by 11:30. Jordan's picked Man United.
I think Man United can beat Tottenham. Sorry, Harry.
It's not
Rashford's
okay.
back.
Rashford was
It's
back
not
last
lost.
week.
I know,
Yeah.
but it's Tottenham
He's
are
so
a very
set on
different
his squad
team.
that he is ruining his reserve players.
I just don't
Lingard's
think that-
asking to leave.
I don't think Man United are going to be able to cope with Son and Mora because they can't deal with pace at the back. We saw that this week.
Yeah, I will say Harry Maguire's a travesty, but honestly, I was thinking about it. I don't think Ole wanted Ronaldo. I think that's kind of messed up his whole deal. Like, I think they had to buy him, and I think he's just.
I don't know how
having to play
buying
him.
Ronaldo can mess up a whole deal.
I think it can. He's not a pressing forward. That's kind of like what they have, you know. And they've got a midfield of
And now
Fred
he's
and
running the
McTominay.
show. Like I feel like he's the manager right now and not Ollie.
Yeah,
But he single-handedly won the. What game did they come back in the Champions League?
yeah. Fine, they came back 2-0,
Oh, Atalanta.
but that's
Yep.
still bad. Like, it's Atalanta. Like, you should not
Yeah.
be down.
That's true.
Regardless, I digress.
Well, hopefully our parlay hits. You guys have the chance to win some money. And yeah, I think that's it. Make sure to follow us on Twitter to see all the rules and everything about the parlay at BettorOff Sports. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at BettorOff. And yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, tell us that we're idiots, and follow us on the BettorOff app. Dan's in the top 10. Dan and Jordan are both in the top 10. It's a tricky topic that we're not going to get into right now. But yeah, follow us there and see our picks and yeah, make some for yourself. Anything else from you guys?
Nope. I gotta head out.
That's it. All right.
All right.
See you
Thanks
later.
for watching, everyone.